the patience, the wish, the creation, and the faith within. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance. Success, adventure, abundance, luxury, peace. Hi Sagittarius, and welcome back to your monthly reading. We're going to go ahead and take a look at May 2020. And for this, I've already meditated on your energy as well as pre-shuffled this deck here that I normally use. Looks like your cards are they're ready to jump out here for you. Six of Wands as your first card out. For those of you new to the channel, welcome. How this works is I let the cards fall into place, and then we talk about the different messages that are coming across. So as your first card out, this card holds significant messages, right? Six of Wands. Six of Wands indicates major accomplishments here for you. So for those of you who really have just been working hard and striving to achieve your goals, Six of Wands is indicating complete recognition, perhaps like a standing ovation for you. So this is a great time to really feel proud of yourself, Sagittarius. It's a very positive card. It is a card of encouragement. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're going the right way. You've chosen the right direction for yourself. It's a time to accept where you are and keep on pursuing what it is you're trying to chase down. It could be your dream, could be a goal, could be a vision, whatever it is for you. It's a great time to be grateful for what you have and be proud. Really just be proud of yourself. Three of Wands. Greater expansion here is coming your way, indicated by the Three of Wands. It means that it's a good time to build and grow your dreams from where they are to where they can be. Great time to be setting goals, to really just outline for yourself, how do you want things to go? You know, it could be a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. What are your expectations from not others, but from yourself? Okay, but of course you can expand this further. Once you have a goal and a vision for yourself, then you can elaborate this with your team, right? Whoever you're working with, could be your colleagues, co-workers, if you are acting as the manager, the supervisor, the leader, whatever this might be for you, right? Yes, then you can go that way and then start assigning roles accordingly. It's a time for really preparation. A lot of preparation and planning here for you. Seven of Swords. Important time to also understand the motives of others, you know, question them. If you don't know, if you feel like you're lacking some clarity, if it feels like you're walking into a gray area, a gray zone, and you're not so comfortable, a good time to be asking those questions, because the Seven of Swords indicates that someone knows that they are not being honest with you and they're getting away with it. Really. And so, yes, this card is very much encouraging you to go ahead and question them, ask them, and be very deliberate and direct with them too, because that's the only way you're going to get that answer. What's also happening right now is the Scorpio full moon, May 7th, coming up. And that energy, I mean, the good side of a Scorpio moon, and by the way, for those of you who also have a Scorpio moon, right, your sign can be your sun, moon, and rising, and then there's a whole new set that is present in your natal chart. So for those of you who do have a Scorpio moon, the bright side of having a Scorpio moon is that you are very intuitive and you can connect with others and feelings and emotions really well. But the dark side of having a Scorpio moon is that it's a bit secretive, right? There are some holdbacks and, you know, things that you don't necessarily just put out on the table. And so what happens during a Scorpio full moon is that you may come across those traits or characteristics in other people. Maybe they weren't like that before, but around this time, that's kind of something that starts to happen. So this Seven of Swords is not just indicative of someone who is like that, someone you expect that from, you know, but someone who's always been sincere with you, all of a sudden starts to act a bit insincerely, right? So that's the kind of change that you might see during this time. But so it's just really just acting or asking you to act a little bit conscious around, not conscious, to be a bit more cautious around that area. Okay, Nine of Cups and Five of Cups also here. There is a little bit of, So when it comes to relationships, Sagittarius, what we're seeing in the cards here is there are some drawbacks, okay? And it could be just feeling a little sad or feeling incomplete. Could be you saw things working one way, but they're not going that way. The good news here is that you can still focus on things that are working out for you. That's always what the Five of Cups is pointing us towards. It can just also mean that there might be a temporary time here for you where things might not go your way or they might look different, because it's contrasting the Nine of Cups here, right? Nine of Cups is dreams coming true, but Five of Cups right next to it is saying that maybe they're not. Maybe things aren't necessarily going the way you want them to. And that's where a little bit of disappointment may appear here for you. Okay? But it's better that you don't dwell on what you've lost and focused on what you do have. And if you can do that, right, really just pull in that strength and try to just focus, and not in a... The Strength card is not about physically trying to make things happen or, you know, forcing someone to do anything. The Strength card indicates being gentle with your tactics, being gentle with your words. It's not about being direct here, it's about being indirect. It requires a softer approach. So if you're trying to reason with someone, if that's what this is about, then a much, much gentler approach than what you normally use is required. So whatever your normal is, this is softer than that. The Strength card also indicates the zodiac sign of Leo. So it might be a Leo or another fire sign you're dealing with. If it's not a Leo, it could be another Sagittarius or an Aries here. Okay? Queen of Cups. Second, third week of May, I feel like you'll be able to more have a sense of more togetherness, completeness when it comes to your emotions. It's that time where you can start expanding again. So I feel like for a lot of you, what's going to happen is the first week will be a little bit up and down. It's going to be a little bit of everything. Second week will be a little bit more relaxing. It'll give you more time to then go back to kind of how we started off the reading, right? It was very like just open and out there and positive. And it gave you a chance to expand. And that's kind of what we start seeing then again. This could also be indicating how relationships can now expand now that this has happened, because it's going to happen, right? Now that you know who this person is, what they're doing, why they're doing this, you know, what are their motives, question, question, question. And then analyze. The Star card also represents the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Aquarians are known to be analytical. They're known to be expansive with their mind. They have a great strength to think outside the box, okay? They do this and they're really, really good at it too. They know how to do that. You are known to be the optimist. Well, Aquarians are known to be... I'm trying to come up with a better word than be able to think outside the box, basically. They are visionaries. That's the word I was looking for. So that's what we see here, and that's the kind of quality that you're also able to draw upon. For those of you who do know an Aquarius in your life, doesn't have to be an air sign. It doesn't have to be an Aquarius, could be a different air sign, such as a Libra or a Gemini. But if you do specifically have an Aquarius in your life, they are the perfect person to, if you're trying to reach a solution and you can't do it in a straightforward way, they will be the one to give it to you in a very unconventional way. But it's going to work because that's their specialty, right? That's something that they're good at. And so it would not hurt to be talking to them at this point. It's also a matter of having faith in the universe. If you're not dealing with an Aquarius, you know, if you don't have one in your life, it's just allowing yourself to connect with your higher self. It's about having hope, tapping into spirituality, exploring spirituality if you've never done that before, looking for inspiration outside of yourself. It's also indicating a possibility where, specifically when this card falls into place with the Strength card, there is this solid connection where really just the universe is able to give you that sense of security, of feeling complete without the need of having someone else there and having your back. Okay, 8 of Wands. So positive. Positive because it does indicate that from here on out, you will have a very different perspective of things. It's going to require, like I said, unconventional tactics to overcome any obstacles that come your way in May. It's also about tuning into your intuition during this time period. But at the same time, the cards are asking you to have trust in something that's bigger than yourself, right? It's about being worldly, you can say. This is a time of personal transformation and growth. And at the same time, allowing yourself, there's a whole lot of energy surrounding your reading. It's literally just encompassing your reading here for you. And this energy is, it could just be you feeling energized emotionally. It could be physically. And just having that ambition within yourself and saying, hey, I can do anything. That is what you're going to be picking up upon all throughout May. And that's something to take forward here on out. Really just allow yourself to have that change. And it might be a drastic change, but very positive in nature. So hopefully this is something you're going to be very happy with. Specifically, 8 of Wands is like expecting great news for yourself. There might be other opportunities kind of showing up for you now. So this is a great time to use whatever comes to you because it'll help you kind of grow even more, right? It will be an opportunity where you can use your talent in a very different way than you've ever used it before. So it's a great way to kind of learn more about yourself, and then others will also be receiving it in a beautiful way, is what it seems like. There's just so much good positive energy in your reading, Sagittarius, and I hope that it really does turn out to be an amazing month here for you. All right, let's also go ahead and take a quick look under the deck here for you. 7 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, 2 of Swords, 7 of Wands, King of Swords. So under the deck, cards represent things that you cannot see. They represent things that are perhaps happening in the back of your mind. And what I'm seeing in the cards here is for you, you might be questioning what you have achieved so far, what you have worked hard for so far. And of course, it's going to be a different reason for everyone. But whatever this is, I think where you will find solace is with God, with your angels, whatever your belief system is, the universe, that is where you will find a lot of the answers and the ability to believe in miracles. That will help you overcome that energy. We also have here the Death card and the 4 of Swords. So some of you might be dealing with something very significant. Might feel a bit scary even, because you might receive some news that just, it turns your world upside down. This is not now, this might be coming into the future, but of course for some of you this might happen in May. So the Death card also, it's the card for Scorpio. So this might be something that happens that for some of you, this will come across verbally, like it will be communicated to you in a verbal way. For others, this is kind of happening in the background and you just don't know. And this is happening around the Scorpio full moon, could be. It can also be you're dealing with a water sign. So for those of you, if it is, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, then there is a little bit of distance from that sign. And if there is, let it be, because I'm not seeing any progress with that. For those of you, if you have a Taurus in your life, Taurus doesn't have to be, could be another earth sign such as Virgo, Capricorn. There is a little bit of, it's kind of like a game of hide and seek with them. There's something that they are not sharing or you are not sharing, and it's just, there's a back and forth energy is what I'm seeing in the cards here for you. Something positive, the last card I'll pull from under deck here for you. Well, okay, one more. Two of Wands and the Ace of Swords, they complement each other really well. There is overcoming of that energy. It won't happen now. It'll happen later on, but it will happen. And I think that's where I would like to end your reading here for you. Because it's a general reading, we're not going to go into more detail, but if you'd like to, you can by getting a personal reading with me through my website at IamPureGuidance.com. Okay, let's go ahead and close off your reading by using the Magical Times Empowerment cards. These are great. They provide sets of affirmations, prayer card, and so you got lucky with 1+1. So you got a bonus card here for you, Sagittarius. Let's take a look. We have flexibility and reconciliation. Like I said, if it's dealing with another but there's distance, it'll get better. And yes, you're going to have to be flexible. We talked about that. We talked about being a bit unconventional with your methods, right? And so I think that's what this is also referring to. So it really, both these cards are tying in the reading together here in a beautiful way. That's great. Let's see what it says on the bottom, flexibility. Gently flow through the turbulence. Life has the ability to shape you. Bend, don't break. Makes sense? Reconciliation, remember the source of love. A loving action is all you need to begin the process. Reach out with a simple first step. So first, flexibility, okay? I like the way the cards fell out here for you. They're very much in order because you have to be flexible before you start reaching out to someone, especially if you're just, you don't want to have a narrow vision, right? You don't want to approach someone else thinking you know everything when really you don't. Seven of Swords was there, right? Okay, so affirmations for flexibility. Today, when the storms of life come blowing, I will bend with them, but not break. I will be brave and let go of the shore with courage. I will not be caught up with the things I cannot change, but focus on what I can and flow. I will swim in the great sea of life and not be afraid, because the winds of positive change are on my side. And then reconciliation. Today, I will pause and remember those I have left behind, my lost loves and broken relationships. I'll be brave and take a step towards healing the past. I will reach out with silent love, but will expect nothing. For I know the most important mending needs to take place in my own heart. Looking back, I am filled with gratitude. For the good we had, I am filled with joy. I will give myself all the love that I ever needed. I will heal the past, and I will be free. This has to also do with the Death and the Four of Swords we saw. Like I said, with some people, there might be an ending, okay? It could also be the loss of a loved one here. And again, reconciliation is the best way to move forward with that. If that's the case for you, I am sorry for your loss. But I hope that you can make this a good month and somehow still turn it into a positive month. And having said that, I hope everyone here stays safe, takes care, and I will see you in the next reading or in your personal reading. Until then.
Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance.